seen him walk across the living room.
I was
floor
having
when
to hold
sat
on
down.
to it a while.
They can run through the heart medicine.
She said, well, actually said, I said, I can't even find it. And I don't and she laughed and she said, well, are y'all just
Yeah, well, blood pressure and making sure that you take every med.
so that I just, she said, I think then those,
So would you end up taking?
These three here said they, the way they have to work off and on.
Is your cholesterol pill not supposed to help?
I know pretty sure I had here a while back.
and then I started.
What do you think we need to do?
There's so many
I would get all three of them, or that way you have one that can't cover.
Let them rotate or whatever. Y'all hear that? You hear that? He got us 3 applications, one of them.
They're all three self-referred off. All three of them self-referred off. And they can, one of them can be available all the time while you have to change the shift.
Yeah. What we can do is hire all 3 of them for temporary, that way we can rotate. One of them go Chris Davis, Chris is a good boy, I know Chris is on that.
And their Lieutenant Brandon, she wants to.
How do police people get their schedules, like in a police department in South Pittsburgh? I mean, could you like do a floating schedule with 3 people? I mean, like,
Well, they work different days off.
so you to be able to do a schedule and know who's gonna be on with 3 people.
Yeah, that sounds good.
They work over, they work 4 on, 3 off, 3 on, 4 off.
Oh, that light there, Caleb, a little bit of your head, maybe it's falling. Unlocked, somebody take cover's unlocked somehow. Then up in that chair there, Caleb.
That would be an ocean nightmare, don't do it.
Yeah.
That chair's up like down there, what you use here.
I think I don't see that light around the corner. There, around here, I seen one before, I think it might be one in that bathroom or something, I don't know. I seen one in there. I moved that cabinet out the other day. That's one of them. What's it made for? Stick your finger in it, twirl it, twirl it. Oh, that's nice, first. Hell, tell me what it's called. That's probably one of them government things.
It's always working.
A lot of money.
Taking note of what's here and what's not.
I know it's a waste. It's part of Is that what?
Where's the door?
Is that what we keep?
Yeah.
It's pretty.
It's pretty.
Shiny, ain't it? They haven't used it.
Hey, I put that cabinet right around the corner. Right there.
$100 block of
I
wood.
wouldn't be surprised.
Gave us a little bit more room right here. I don't like people sitting. Might want to do a Trump over there.
Yeah,
So we need to move it sometime.
I was gonna get me a suit. Stand over by you.
You're paranoid.
Do you need something else?
lock it in, dude.
Suit, tie. Like, stand over by him. Got nothing left.
Who's the other two guys, you know? Who's the other two guys? That girl, little girl,
Randy Ross, Lieutenant over there.
yeah.
That Alexis Max Allen.
Yeah, you can do.
No. Randy's been over there.
I know that one girl, that, I like how they bought a pickup truck over there. Yeah, I mean, really, pretty good thing when you pick something up or something like that.
Couple, in the back.
Yeah, wow. You see the thing the other day? They had it, I think it's in Mexico. They had it handcuffed, they had a pickup truck there. And he just grabbed one on by the neck, one on by the ankles, he just threw him in the truck. Like he said,
No. Actually, back here.
yeah. But you know, you gotta pick you found a bicycle on the side of the road or something like that.
That's what they talk about. They're finding them weird for a little while. Put one hollow cover on it. Throw yourself in.
It'd be nice.
One cup full of
My
machine.
vision, dude, like size is like doing this and going black.
Do what now?
My vision, like doing this,
Looking out, like,
You just sit down.
like getting black.
we better sit down.
Sit down. Yeah.
You get warm, baby.
Just to let you know, 30 more years from now, it's gonna be worse. Yeah, anyway.
Big blood pressure, sit down.
That's what it sounds like. High blood pressure. Mine does, that's fine.
Mine doesn't.
Does it?
Yeah.
It's been in there for about 4 hours.
Well, that's not good.
Let me check your blood pressure.
Yeah, sugar.
Check your blood pressure.
Sugar does it too.
We'll get you picked a CPR if you pass out.
We'll give you jailhouse CPR.
Yeah.
Yeah, Penny beer, a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Penny knows it.
She's certified.
She's certified.
She's 35.
Penny's certified.
Yes, she is.
There you go, say what.
Lordy, mercy.
You get Charlie took care of, Travis?
I did.
What it was.
I don't remember. He was dead walking. No problem. Yeah.
He was looking for a place like
Yeah, I'll
that.
put them down there if you don't care.
Probably, it was like a long blonde. Still around.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Cold. You go here, this. Your little paperwork here.
Who this guy?
You go, Caleb. Oh, yeah, Lord.
I'm doing just fine.
Long time no see.
I know, I've been over there a couple of times. Don't ever see senior dogs.
Yeah, well, they're always running around out
Yeah,
there.
but I haven't
Making-
seen you. Hope you had a good New Year.
Yeah, it's good. Actually, Christmas time, me, the wife, My kids and grandkids, we all went down to the Caribbean for Christmas.
Really? Don't you used to go north first?
Yeah, it was something different this time. It was nice and warm down there. Beautiful.
You didn't want to stay?
I could have. Actually, where I'd like to live is like the Mediterranean, like Sicily or something around there. What? Yes. I was in printing. I was in printing for 48 years.
I'm looking over this.
My father was in New
I
York.
knew there was East there.
Yeah, my father's a New York City fireman.
And kudos to him on 9/11. My mother, we were watching it. She said, people and I said, my heart says yes, my head says no. Don't. My heart says go. Because it's
38,2,000 right here, that's right.
rescue
So they got,
and release. And my heart was out there. And I said, my head, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Because of
All right, bye.
floating around.
Yeah.
Karen ain't gonna be here. Karen ain't gonna be here. Well, somebody's got the cord.
Oh, yeah.
And you understand.
Oh, yeah, it's happened.
I wouldn't, asbestos, concrete, all the stuff, that black stuff you see, that's not smoke, that's particles. And that's gonna be in,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. For years to come, for sure.
oh yeah, and it has been.
Yeah.
What they say, the last dog that was up there in the search and rescue died last year?
Yeah. I don't doubt it, you know, it's all kinds of stuff going on.
Huge issue. And the plume spread because the wind, so it wasn't just New York City, it was
It's all over.
all over,
Yeah, New
even
Jersey, yeah.
across the ocean. I think some of it got down here too. I mean, because the wind carries it just like the tornadoes.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And I told her, I said, you can get this enough, just like the California fires. I said, we don't have to go up there. And so she said, oh, I understand now. I said,
Well, back when I first started printing, they had some pretty harsh chemicals they used to use, use on printing presses,
And photography.
Oh, yeah, all that stuff, yeah. A lot of silver in the film.
Mercury.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, well, some of the old medical.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes the treatment was worse than the. I mean, my dad talked about my uncle who got.
Where's Mike at?
He got. Yellow fever. But it's caused by bacteria. They didn't know what it was, and they used mercury to treat it. And he said that the skin, my uncle's skin sloughed like a snake.
Yeah, yeah.
He said it was horrible, and they thought it was from the fever, but it was from the mercury that caused it. They called it salivating. That's what they called the treatment. They salivated.
She'll give you an answer, depending on what you want to
And my uncle was 9, 8, 9, 10 years old, so that would have been 32. Medicine's come a long way since then, and it damaged his heart.
Oh, sure, all that stuff.
He tried to join the military and they wouldn't take him because of his heart.
She cut her hair.
I seen picture, and I ain't got to see her yet.
She said, what do you think about her hair?
The picture you took looks like.
Looks like a young kid. I just bought
I can take one shit cut off.
And it has to come in.
What?
And it has to come in and you'll have to sit outside or stand outside.
She knows I tell her. Yeah. Sure. Just pack it up like it.
Yeah, one of my dogs had to take him for surgery this morning.
What happened?
She had growth on her hind leg. I got a picture if you want to see. I had the doctor when he took it out send me a picture. It was like, wow. I don't know, but he said it's
Fatty
candy.
tumor?
Huh?
Non-cancerous?
No, he said it could be malignant. He had to send out test
You
for
got the
it.
whole thing?
Yeah.
Was it in the bone?
No, it's just on her muscle. It's a growth. I can show
I've
you.
got some stuff that's all natural and human grade that I've been using for 20 plus years for arthritis, and it's got turmeric in it, curcumin.
That's what was on her.
Man.
The large one was on her back leg, hind leg, was like attached to the muscle, and the smaller piece that was on her lip. Yeah,
Which one was it?
that was the brown one.
Okay.
I can't remember.
But she's 12
Here you
years
got
old.
some lady
Alright, we ready? We get ready. I got Tracy on the phone here. We're getting ready to start the meeting. Quit, if you don't care, if you lead us off with a prayer, please. Everybody take their hats off.
Lord, we thank you for the day. We thank you, Lord, for your blessings. We pray that you guide this service as we meeting to help the citizens in New Hope. Lead, guide, and direct everything. We give you the praise. Amen.
Amen.
We need
All right, Mayor, can I speak up now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, the meeting's been open, and Karen, the city recorder, she indicated that the first item that she would like for us to take care of is to have the approval of the minutes for the November meeting and the December special meeting. So if you want to proceed and take care of that, Mayor, please do so.
Do I hear a motion, set the minutes?
I'll make a motion.
May I ask a question about that?
Hickenut made a motion to set it, and Caleb seconded it. And we got somebody who wants to ask a question about it. We got Helen Rector wants to ask a question.
Okay. First, is the meeting being recorded so Karen can?
Yes, we are recording.
I just want to make sure that we can get the minutes on that. Let's do this next. Let's go to number 2, and then after that, let's come back to Helen.
Okay.
And I'll remember to come back to that. You
Okay.
will too.
No.
All right. When Mayor Frame got elected as mayor, that left his seat as alderman vacant. So the proper way to take care of that is to appoint someone as alderman to fill that unexpired term. So if anyone wants to make a motion of a specific person to be appointed in that position, please do so.
I make a motion to appoint Mike Powers.
Caleb made a motion to appoint Mike Powers.
Second.
Do I hear a second? Josh Lawson second the motion.
So all in favor? Okay. So that appoints him as alderman. The next step would be, and Christie is authorized to swear in officials, so she's outside there. Karen has had the flu, and Christie and I are just getting over a sinus infection, and so if Mike can step out, she will swear him in and notarize that. If y'all will just hold tight while Mike steps out until he comes back, that will authorize Mike to participate in the remainder of the meeting.
Take your free meal right there.
Next week.
Next week.
Going on
Next
cruise.
month.
Next week, he's going on a cruise.
At least you waited.
Yeah. After me.
Yeah.
Doing civil duty.
It is. Growing up on.
Right there. All right, Mike is back in.
All right, so Mr. Towers is now duly appointed and sworn in alderman. He can participate in the meeting like everyone else at the table and make motions, second them, and everything else. So with that, let's go back to what Helen wanted to talk about, if you're okay with that, Mayor.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, my question is, when the meeting, the minutes from the previous meeting is handed out to the people around the table, before they're passed, could we not consider, since this is a new chapter for the city, that someone read those minutes and let everyone that's listening, everyone that's here, and the people that possibly are listening to the YouTube
Somebody will need to
videos?
repeat what she's saying, because I cannot hear her.
Okay. Hang on just 1 second.
Since this is a new chapter for the city of New Hope, when these minutes are passed out, would it not be appropriate for someone to read those minutes before they're voted to accept and seconded? Because the only way that we, the citizens, can see those minutes is to go to the city hall and request to look at them, and I think that's a little much. So would it be a problem if someone read those minutes and then you voted to accept them and second it?
What could be done is, I've been to a lot of city meetings for a lot of different cities. I'm just thinking as you're talking, for example, city of Chattanooga, and they don't read the minutes. However, what could be done, I think, what you will find to be a good approach is Karen could make copies of the draft minutes and I guess put them at the table there where you can get a copy when you come in, or or make you a copy and you can read them before they're passed. Keeping in mind it's not official city action until the minutes are approved. That would give you a copy of the minutes to look at, and
Well, actually, I
I'm reading it.
have actually read in the Tennessee.gov that technically I could get a copy of them before they were certified. It just needs to be noted on the copy that I've got that it hasn't been certified.
Yes, we're me are agreeing. That's exactly what I'm saying. You can get a draft of the minutes
And then,
right before the meeting starts, at the meeting when you come in.
okay,
That way you would know what they were approving.
okay, that sounds good.
May I interject?
Okay. Anything else, Mayor?
Got one more person want to speak?
Ms. Rector, if you email Karen, she will send you a copy of the minutes and let you know that they are not certified or approved yet. And she'll just email them to you.
Well, I really feel like it would be more appropriate for it to be a part of this meeting.
What we'll
and not just
do-
me get a copy.
So what we need to do is, what's your advice on this, Tracy? I mean, if somebody wants a copy, they just get a copy, or that's the best thing to
Make
do.
some copies of them when they get.
Yeah. Maybe Karen brings some
Okay,
extra copies, and somebody says, hey, may I have a copy?
Okay. okay, all right.
If we open the door at the time we should, we pass that copy around.
That's it. Okay, next, whatever what you got going on next?
All right, let me look at my list. Bear with me a second. I'll be careful not to miss anything. The agenda that you, Mayor, and Karen came up with, that I have a copy of here, is next would be the appointment of vice mayor. So if somebody wants to make a motion to appoint a particular person as vice mayor, second to the vote, that would be next.
Anybody want to make a motion?
I can't. Josh.
Got a first motion, make Josh Lawson vice mayor. I hear a second.
I'll say it.
Caleb seconded.
Have the vote. All in favor?
All in favor? Any opposed? I think Josh is opposed on that.
Congratulations to Josh. Okay. Are we ready to move on to the next item?
Yes.
What I refer to is just so everybody knows what's about to be voted on. The Turner property that was sold, it's been sold, and one of the owners is working on building a road down there on the property. And to do that, they've got to get materials to the property, and to get the materials to the property, they're traveling toward the bridge there, South Pittsburgh Blue Bridge. And I turn right on River's Landing, and travel across. That's a city street. Once you turn off the state road 156, and travel down to the curve and turn right on this property. Well, they're posting a bond, a road bond, to insure against any damage that's done to that city street by way of this hauling. And the amount of the bond is the city has to approve the amount of the bond. That's what this motion would be about, approving the bond amount. And the city has had the county look at the road, do measurements, and determine the proper amount of the bond. And I'll word this motion, and if someone agrees to the language, you can just say, I so move, and get a second, and then a vote. But this would be, with that said, I'll read it. Motion to approve $38,200 road bond for David Abbott for hauling loads on River's Landing Road. That's the motion. Anybody want to make that motion?
I'll make a motion.
Make a motion. I hear a second.
I'll second.
Caleb seconded. Josh first made the first motion. Caleb seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Mayor, that's I think all I had on my list that I wanted to make sure that y'all addressed tonight. So with that, I'll listen, but I'll listen silently. Let's call them.
Thank you, Travis. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. First thing we'll go through is John's. John, you got anything?
I've got these three, more or less, applications. For officers work part-time, all three of them work for South Pittsburgh at this time. And whether days off and on, or we can use all three of them, make sure we have coverage.
I'm trying one, maybe.
John wants to do, like consideration, hire all three of them, that way we can rotate them, you know, we'll have somebody on duty, you know, on a part-time shift down here. That way we can rotate them, if somebody's out sick, somebody else takes somebody's spot or whatever.
These people have a lot of seniority with South Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Brenda, she's working.
All the, Chris, yeah, all of them. I know all.
I don't know the others.
Chris Davis, I know
That
Chris.
boy, he worked at Lodge.
Yeah, Chris, he's a lieutenant or something now, ain't he, or something like that. Corporal, you know, I know him, but
Brenda is a lieutenant, or captain, whatever she is.
You good with it? Are you good with it?
yeah, he wasn't, he would never bring him up.
Yeah, we had another one, that's Clyde. He's been on so many different jobs in the last 2 years, and he skipped from here to there.
And he's from Chattanooga too, wasn't he?
Yeah. Certified in another state.
They'll just rotate.
Well, yeah, they'll rotate, they'll be part-time, so. They know. All right, we're just going down the line here. I hear a motion to go ahead and hire these three here for part-time police officers.
I make a motion.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All right.
That's probationary.
Yeah, everything's probation. John will tell you how it works. But, all in favor say aye.
No.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Another thing I got, I'm fixing to retire.
Yeah, John's getting ready.
About 60 days. What? I'll give you 60 days.
6 months, he said. He said 6 months. He said 6 months. We all heard him, 6 months, he's gonna retire.
End of March.
All right, fire department, we got anything on the fire department?
Yes, we did not have any calls for the month of January, and we were awarded a grant for $42,000 from the state of Tennessee. It's an equipment and training grant. What I put in the grant for was for 8 SCBA's. We only got awarded half of that grant, so I'd like to go ahead and start the process of purchasing those. I will need a little bit extra money. Don't know for sure how much, but I'll let you know when it gets close, when I get some figures from.
So just SCBA's, not the complete turnout gear and all of that.
No ma'am, just SCBA's.
And how about SCBA's do you guys use?
What type?
Are they MSAs?
That's what we currently use, yes. But we'll be looking at various kinds.
And 42,000 is what you got.
Yes.
And then there was some money out of the other.
All right. We got any old business, anybody want to? We were talking, yeah. Any new business, anybody got any new business you want to talk about? Frank?
Does it need to be voted on to go ahead and start that process or anything? I don't know.
I need to know how much everything's gonna cost, all that stuff first, before we can bring it up. Okay. Before we can vote on it, we have to know a dollar figure and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
I need to know all that. Any new business, anybody wants to talk about?
I want to talk about old and new business.
What do you got?
Okay. What I have is, I've attended meetings for almost a year, and when I would go home and my husband said, well, what's changed? And I'm like, these are the statements. And what I would like to pin was a party to the meeting before this meeting, because what we got basically were statements. And I'll give you some for instance. For instance, this pavilion that we got a bid that's been accepted on. I attended the meetings, and the meetings I didn't attend, I watched. I have no idea what the construction of that pavilion is, if it's wood, plastic, vinyl, metal.
We ain't bought one yet.
Well, I know, but we've never discussed it openly, but we had bids sent out for it. So what did we give people to bid on?
They bid on building the building, I mean,
But what size they have to have?
we sent the sign out and stuff.
But what I'm saying is, I am wanting us to go by the Sunshine Law and the Tennessee Open Meetings Act.
Tracy, have we broke any sunshine laws by not letting Miss Helen know what size building we're gonna buy?
It was published in the newspaper for general circulation, and
When you say newspaper,
I'm just, maybe this will accommodate you and satisfy you, Helen. I'm just trying to, this is not an argument, it's just answering the discussion. It did get published in the paper. The specs, as indicated in the notice, are available at City Hall for inspection. And if you're curious about those, and it's clear that you are, and which is good, I guess. Karen, when she gets back, she can give you a copy of those.
would it have not been appropriate for us to talk about it before in an open meeting, a public meeting? Or did we just assign someone to check the figures like we assigned Corey to check the figures of the MSA tanks?
Well, let me say this. This is very important, and I didn't immediately think of it as you asked your question. This project is funded by ARPA money. I will refer to it as, in simple terms, it's the COVID virus money. And it has some timelines to deal with, and we've had to jump through hoops that were pretty rigid and under time constraints. And in fact, that's what I'm getting. And so to the extent that maybe your point might be, and I'm not challenging your point, that maybe you should have gone a little more slowly and get the opinions of everyone in the whole city before moving, we were at risk of losing that money. And that's just something the city officials couldn't help. It was a hand they were dealt. Again, they did publish it in the paper, and to the extent that anyone was interested in seeing exactly what are the specs for this, it was completely and totally available just upon their request. So I'm not challenging what you're saying, I'm explaining. And again, the very important thing about this one is if we had taken any more time, we were at risk of losing that money. So just thank you for hearing that explanation.
Okay, I'm going to use that as a segue to that money. When we came to the last meeting, I guess October meeting was canceled, we were given figures for the amount of money that we got on that, and it sounds like that we had to go up to the wire and we just divvied out money because we were given amounts that were delegated to different projects, but we were not given any information as to what those amounts were based on. So, for instance, I know that Corey got additional money to the fire department that can go to his $42,000 grant, which may cover his MSA tanks. But for the other projects, and one being the pavilion, I'm going to assume, we weren't given any information as to how those figures were arrived at. It was almost like we just put something in a hat and drew out amounts of money, and we said, okay, we're giving this project this much money and this project over here this much money. So I'm hoping that someone did some research and actually based those amounts of money that we guided toward a certain project on some type of data. So did we do that?
Yes, the city did do so, and also had to engage, for example, architects on a couple of the projects that were approved for funding, and there was a process going through, and it was going through, and it was you probably been to each and all the meetings or a lot of them. So as you're pointing out there, you were in one or more meetings when those issues were reviewed, and it was done under some time constraints because it is I hate to use the term free money because it is taxpayer money, it's federal money. It's passed down to the states and then to the cities. So as to the city, it was free money. You need to act quickly or you don't get it.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And so they hustled to try to secure and not lose that money. The city did, and talk about the city officials, and they did the best they could under the circumstances, and I think ultimately, y'all were determined that they did a good job at it. And so anyway, that's my observation for whatever it's worth. And thank you for hearing it.
Okay, well, I'm going to request that all of our officials familiarize themselves with the Sunshine Law and the Tennessee Open Meetings.
Let me tell you something. What y'all need to do is fresh yourself with Sunshine Law, because y'all said, Rhonda put over there that we broke Sunshine Law when we swore everybody in and everything is, and we not broke no law. You gave me the information last time I gave to Karen, and she followed up with you and told you the other laws you said we broke, we didn't break. Dr. Govia route.
Is Rhonda there, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me...
Yeah, I actually, may I speak for a moment, Mayor?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I like to hear everybody's opinion and treat everybody respectfully, but to publish that it broke the Sunshine Law to swear in elected city officials before the meeting starts is just so false and far-fetched that it's embarrassing, and it bothered me. But you can't keep people from publishing false things in the community and creating their own little paper or whatever and doing that. But that's very false and it's very wrong. And how do you chase that and try to fix it? I guess it's my opportunity here to speak up and say it was the proper thing to do. It was handled completely properly. And that's why the city, when they have meetings and make decisions, they have them just like tonight. These things, these actions they've taken are right in public view. In very few cities, I know this from experience, because I've gone to city meetings all over a big part of the country. And you want to speak, nobody hardly gets this kind of forum to speak up and ask questions in city meetings. And they're giving you that opportunity.
I understand that.
The Sunshine Law has not been broken.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. It was put on the agenda, so if it was put on the agenda and you took it out, and the people that really policed the Sunshine Law it was assigned to the citizens and to the journalists. Well, we know how to, and it was approved in 1974, so we know how the journalism is done. So now we have this group in Nashville. We were actually given a tool, and we were given nothing to use that with for people, and the citizens are the people that would bring it to the forefront. But if the Sunshine Law wasn't broken, with us taking it from the agenda as number 2 on the agenda and moving it to a closed meeting that we handled before the meeting even started.
We didn't have our closed meeting. That's another lie. See right there? We didn't have no closed meeting. No, at no time we had a closed meeting. No time.
Well-
Did we job?
No,
Did we count?
there were more people here than us.
So y'all got to come, they got to come in. Well, I overheard someone outside
See,
say
that's what,
that
that's the problem, overhearing stuff. That's the problem, is overhearing.
It's posted on the door.
It's, you know, it's.
that you could come in and.
Yeah, well, the door right there was wide open.
Well, it was posted on the city hall door for.
Okay, I just heard someone say that we'll be able to.
Well, I'm telling you right now, as the mayor of this new vote right here, and all of us guys on the board, we're tired of the lies. We're tired of people putting on in the news lies. We're gonna start taking care of it. I'll have Tracy do whatever he needs to do from now on. It's over with. This lying junk y'all put on the news and this.
Okay, there is no y'all.
Hey,
She is recorded.
yes, there is y'all.
She is
Yeah, just like Rhonda puts that you going to start being the spokesperson in New Hope.
Me?
Yeah, she put it on her Facebook page that you're gonna be the spokesperson in New Hope.
I don't think so.
Yeah, and what did she put, Caleb?
Had your email and your phone number,
And told everybody you
Oh,
gonna
no,
get
no,
hold.
no,
Get them, and told everybody get hold of New Hope, and you was gonna start answering their questions for them.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna answer their
Well,
questions.
that's what she put.
I would.
Ask
okay,
the questions.
That's what she put.
This is what I volunteer for.
No, you ain't volunteering. I mean, you can ask your questions, but you ain't asking everybody else's questions.
No.
But no.
Okay, well,
And Miss Helen, it's done with for you tonight. You've had enough, sit over there, just go sit down. Go sit
no,
down.
I don't think so, because I.
Yeah, I'll turn this down to a meeting right here in about 5 seconds if you don't go sit down, okay? I've had enough tonight. It's over with.
Tracy, is that adequate to end the meeting like that?
I can end any way I want to end.
Yeah, the mayor is
I can end any way I want to
at
end.
the end of the meeting.
Yeah. So go, you sit down and I'll turn this darn meeting.
So Tracy,
Ain't no Tracy, it's me.
can I call you tomorrow and set up an appointment with you?
No.
No, I'm the city attorney and I address questions
So I
and deal with
need
legal
to-
issues
Okay,
on behalf of the city. I mean, I'm just not city.
We're tired of being harassed. It's been harassed.
okay, you don't run for office and use the word harassment.
I say you harassing us, all of us, all say the same thing. All of us say the same thing.
Do y'all feel harassed? Because I'm asking questions and want you to do things the way they should be done.
Not as far as asking questions, but as far as false lies being posted on
I am not a member of this.
I understand that, Miss Ellen. I know you're not, but as far as other things that goes on the Facebook platform and news platform, yes.
Okay.
But as far as you asking questions, no.
We don't have a problem with the question thing, but us saying we broke the sunshine law, that's what you
Yeah.
said, told us we need to be familiar with sunshine law, like we don't know what the sunshine law is wrong.
Okay, give me.
We know what the
2 more
sunshine law is.
minutes. I want 2 more minutes.
We know what the sunshine law is.
I want 2 more minutes with Tracy. May I have 2 more
Ask
minutes?
Tracy what you want. and I'll-
Tracy, the 2 meetings, the 2 special called meetings concerning the lawsuit. Everything I've read in the Open Meetings Records Act says that the first meeting that you had with the city was attorney-client privilege, that you told the city what their options were and where the lawsuit stood. If you did anything past that, such as giving them how they should handle the lawsuit or whatever, that should have been conducted in an open meeting. And there was no open meeting associated with that special meeting. Billy just came in November and told us we were now the proud owners of the land across the street. So there was no public meeting to discuss what the options were as a result of the meetings from the lawsuit.
That was done before we got voted in.
And I was on the board, I was an alderman, and they told me, said.
There was no open meeting, is the point.
Well, here, let me.
Wait, they didn't have a meeting.
Miss Helen just started out saying it's totally appropriate to meet with the city attorney on litigation issues. So, period, end of story. If. But ifs can go on forever. So I think she's agreeing that meeting with the attorney is totally appropriate. So I don't understand why we're belaboring this.
The second meeting wasn't open. We were never advised
She
of
said
any options.
It's not open. You just said it at the beginning. It's not open.
It was a closed meeting.
Okay, you had 2 special call meetings, is what Karen told me. Did you not?
Again.
One on them didn't have to do with the other. We had 2 separate ones.
Okay, another case in the the special call meetings. You don't have them that often. They were put on the door, I'm going to assume, the door of the city hall. In several cases that have gone before the court system, which is what citizens are forced to do when the city breaks those sunshine laws. The special meetings cannot just be placed on a door that the common citizen would not be made aware that there was going to be a special call meeting. And there are 3 separate lawsuits in the TOMA documents. There's more than that, but 3 that I pulled out, that says that special call meetings need to be published in a place where the common citizen would see that the meeting was going to take place and be able to relate that information to other people. Now, in the Englewood case, the city reporter, she actually had it put at a bank, the post office.
Miss Helen, I don't know if you're giving legal advice or not.
No, I'm just telling you that we need.
How much more public can you be than the city hall door?
That's not a place that people go unless they're born there. So we need.
Mayor, I think this is progressing into.
Yeah.
She's arguing legal issues with this now.
No.
It's over, Miss Ellen. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Thank you. Sit down. Please sit down. Sit down, please. Anybody else got anything they'd like to say?
Yes, Rhonda Lawson, River Rat News, I have a question. Has at any point in time since the first of the year, the city board, the fire department, or the police department appointed or elected a public information officer that we can go to besides Karen?
Did you hear that, Tracy?
If I heard that right, why doesn't the city appoint a public information
No.
officer?
Have they?
Have they? She said.
Have they?
This, you can look through the state charter and what the required officers for a city. I mean, there is not to my knowledge, public information officer position. So,
Excellent.
No.
No. That's what I wanted, yes or no?
That's all she needed, a yes or no, she said. Anybody else?
I was talking to Tim Rorex, Tim and Nancy Barber Shop over there. He's still waiting on a stop sign and a street sign for short.
We figured it'd be better to let everything unfreeze and stuff. We try to put the freak in.
We have got it in, it's in the city.
It's over here.
We've got to put a new pole.
And they ran over that pole and bent it all pieces. And I got to get my haircut today. I told him that quickly the weather breaks and stuff, we'll all get to it and everything else. But yeah. Fuck the stop sign will be fixed. We got some new signs. Yeah, it's winter time, Just like this park, we don't, we can't do anything to it. Anybody else?
Put speed bumps and all that road.
Tracy, I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. I hear a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll make a motion.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? It's over with, boys. Thank you.